Corporation SmartGate. In this video we'll show you how to replace the seal on the SmartGate. We've taken this one off of the SmartGate already. We'll set it down on a little table here and we're going to take that seal off. So what you want to do is, if that seal gets torn, if you start getting holes like this, where it's ripped after years of use, you want to replace it, because the more openings you have that are going to affect that seal, the more amperage your blower is going to draw. The better the seal, close it off, you're going to be at like under 50% current usage when the gate is closed. So what we're doing here is we're just cutting the inner and outer perimeter of the seal itself, because the seal comes with an adhesive on it, but we also add a bead of silicone. So what you want to do is just go around, be careful not to cut yourself with the knife. You see there, you could stick the just remove whatever's loose on here, like these little pieces, and our assistant here is just going to go a little bit further and scrape off some of the excess. Right, a straight scraper, like the ones for scraping your windshield stickers and stuff like that, other than a utility knife, is probably best to scrape this off. But again, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be down to bare metal or exposing the powder coat. But just where there's nice big humps, where it's kind of high, you want to take that off a little bit. Where you see you might have left a little bit high spot or something right here, we want to take that off. So we just went around, cut the inner and outer bead, trying to lay the knife as flat down here as possible when you're doing that, and then just cleaning this off right here. That's why it's also important, even if you don't have a SmartGate, to make sure the inlet of your blowers is not blocked off with anything, debris, paper towels, all that stuff that can get caught up there, can hinder the performance of your system. But also, stuff like that, if it gets caught in there and then the seal is pressing up against it, like leaves or papers, it could create a low spot after a while, or it could, damage the seal. The seal is actually pretty durable. You can see here, it's pretty stout rubber, and it'll stretch. Is when you install it, is make sure that this bead, see the end of it right here, and that little high spot right there, that's going to be on the outside. That little flap is going to always be towards the outside, like that. The loose stuff right here, like this, just a quick pass with a piece of sandpaper. Just a quick one, just to remove anything just floating up there, sitting up on top. Just kind of flatten it out a little bit. The more you clean off, the better it is. But we know that time is money. We want to try to do it as fast as possible. So this can be done after hours. Just do one here and there, or the one that gets damaged. So right now we're going to do the stick that seal back on, and you'll notice that you want to be about an 1/8 inch away from the edge right here. But that plastic vacuum paper, you peel that off, and then you just go all the way around. Putting it all the way around. Then after you're done putting it all the way around, what you're going to want to do is, with a just clear silicone. This is the one that we use right here. This is a 700 Alright, clear silicone. You can pick some clear silicone up at Home Depot and a $3 caulking gun. So you want to put your seal back on. Again, remember to have that longer lip always on the outside perimeter of the SmartGATE. So as you go around, when you get your replacement seal, it'll come a little bit longer than what's needed. So what you want to do is trim it, but you want to trim it in a way that you still end up, when you match up against the other side, right here, when you meet this one, you're still going to want to cut it a little bit longer. So that way you have to kind of force it in so it compresses up against the other one, creating a nice, good seal. See how much longer that one is? And now we're going to push it in there in between. Alright, Serge is molding it now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take that silicone gun and we're going to add silicone all the way around. So we're just going to put a nice thin little bead right there. Alright, if you're not really good at caulking stuff and leaving a nice little thin little bead, you can always put on some latex gloves and just come back and smear that down. So you just want to have a nice bead all the way around on the inside and on the outside. We'll spare you the rest of the time to watch the process of putting this all the way around. But after you put it on, don't install the SmartGATE right away, okay? You know, let that sit for, you know, a couple hours till it, or you can reinstall it if it's at, you know, at the end of the shift. Install it and let it dry overnight. But you don't want to install it and right away put it into service. You know, you need to let that silicone dry, you know, at least for a few hours. Thank you. This is Alex Chavez with NS Corporation. Please visit us at nswash.com for any other helpful how-to videos.